After the Western semi-final lineup was confirmed last night, today the Eastern teams take centre stage. It's the 2020 winners Ulsan Hyundai taking on Pohang Steelers in an all-Korean affair here at the Jeonju World Cup Stadium. Big match in prospect for both these sides as they bid to make it through that thrilling match that we saw last night, that saw Al Hilal book a place in the final. That's the way the Eastern section is. Ulsan Hyundai came past Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors in the quarter-final at the weekend, while Pohang saw off Nagoya Grampus 3-0. Both had successfully got past Kawasaki Frontale and Cerezo Osaka, respectively, in their round of 16 clashes, having moved on from the group stages. Well, this was the venue for those games at the weekend. It's a cool one again, 11 degrees. Has been raining quite heavily as well a little bit earlier on. Pleased to say that rain seems to have just stopped for the moment. But these two sides, Ulsan Hyundai, looking to become the first team to defend an AFC Champions League title. The last team to actually defend a title in this competition was back in the Asian Club Championship. Suwon Blue Wings, another Korean side, back in 2000, or the early 2000s, won it 2 years in a row. Ulsan Hyundai have got one or two supporters in the stadium. There was a double header of matches here at the weekend, so familiar surroundings for both these teams at the Jeonju World Cup Stadium. A place in the final on the 23rd of November awaits. The final will be in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, so Al Hilal will effectively be a home side. Pohang Steelers, the 2009 AFC Champions League winners, reached the quarter-finals in 2010 and 2014. Ulsan Hyundai beat Persepolis 2-1 in the final in Qatar last year, when it was a centralised venue for the group stages and the knockout round stages last year because of the coronavirus pandemic, of course. Ulsan were dominant in the group stages, 6 wins, just 1 goal conceded. Found it slightly tougher in the knockout round. They were taken to extra time and penalties by Kawasaki Frontale, the first time to prevent them scoring a goal, and then they needed extra time to come past Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors at the weekend in the quarter-finals. Slightly easier passage for Pohang Steelers. They did lose one of their group games against Nagoya Grampus, the side they beat here at the weekend 3-0 in the quarter-finals. They came past Cerezo Osaka by a single goal in the round of 16. Ulsan Hyundai on the verge of winning another K-League title. They're a point clear with a game to go at the top of the table, but their attentions are on the AFC Champions League final at the moment. Nice to see 1 or 2 supporters in the stadium, not to the levels that we saw last night, where we had around 25,000 in the King Saud University Stadium in Riyadh. But nevertheless, both sides are represented here, both Ulsan Hyundai and Pohang Steelers, with supporters in the stadium. Pohang Steelers finished 7th in the K-League last season. If they were to win this title, it would guarantee them entry into the 2022 edition. So here come the two teams led up by our match officials from Qatar. 90 minutes potentially away from a place in the final. Could have extra time and penalties if required. Pohang played in the first match at the weekend. Ulsan, as I say, were taken to extra time, so that may have just taken a little bit out of their legs. Pohang, after a good second half performance against Nagoya Grampus, coming through by 3-0. Lim Sang-hyob, Lee Seung-mo getting the goal. Sang-hyob with a couple. Dave Baltis there, the Dutch defender, and Manuel Palacios, the Colombian. Referees Abdul Rahman Al Jassim from Qatar, who was in charge of the Korea Republic's recent match against Syria. He was also in charge for the round of 16 match between Pohang and Cerezo Osaka. VAR in operation as well to back up any decisions made by the match officials. It's been a useful addition to have for the knockout stages of the competition. Ulsan Hyundai in a changed strip of all white tonight. As we take a look at the teams, just one change to the Ulsan lineup. Lee Dong-yong, wearing number 14, comes in place of Park Young-wo, who drops down to the bench. Baltis will sit alongside Ki-hee at the back. Duje is the captain in midfield. And Oh Si-hun, who scored 3 times in the group stage, will play as the lone striker. Kang Sang-woo there on the right is the Pohang captain. Won Duje, just 23 years of age. He's a experienced head on his shoulders to be the captain. Actually scored his first goal for Ulsan in the AFC Champions League last season in a 3-0 win over Melbourne Victory. So let's take a look at the Pohang Steelers lineup. It shows 2 changes. There's a recall for Mario Kvesic, who comes back into the centre of midfield, the man from Bosnia-Herzegovina, and Lee Soo-bin, who came on as a substitute against Nagoya midway through the second half, is recalled to the starting lineup. Goal-scoring responsibilities on the shoulders of Lee Seung-mo. So Lee Sang-hyob, the number 77 there, scored 2 goals in the second half in that match against Nagoya that helped put his side through to the semi-finals. And they're the substitutes available to both teams. Park Young-woo, who dropped out of the starting lineup for Ulsan, is among their replacements. Dave Baltis played in every minute of 4 of the 6 group games. He's also played in both round of 16 and quarter-finals. Relatively inexperienced goalkeeper for Pohang Steelers. Lee Jun, who made his AFC Champions League debut against Nagoya on Sunday. Only 2 league appearances for him this season. Manuel Palacios caused problems with his pace at the weekend. No reason to think he might not do the same. He's got Young-wo as the fullback. So we're underway, second semi-final. Ulsan Hyundai in all white will kick from left to right in the first half. Pohang Steelers in their traditional familiar red and black kit. And they were pushed all the way in their 2 knockout round stages. 3-2 on penalties. They eventually came past Kawasaki Frontale. 0-0 it finished after 120 minutes. Free kick to Pohang. It'll be Park Sung-wook. It's played out wide by Palacios. Alex Grant. Sang-woo. It's the first ever AFC Champions League meeting between these two teams. They have, of course, met each other plenty of times in the league. 152 previous appearances they've made against each other in the league. Pohang just had the edge in terms of wins, 58 wins to Ulsan's 52. Hong Myung-bo is the Ulsan coach, a man who played as a sweeper for what used to be POSCO Atoms, now Pohang Steelers. Back in his playing days, finished his career at LA Galaxy in the USA in the MLS. Hyun-woo's quickly off his line to gather. Fourth time in their history that Ulsan have played in the semi-finals of the AFC Champions League. It's the record for a South Korean side, equalling Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors, who've also played in 4 semi-finals. And the last twice they made it through to the semi-finals, Ulsan Hyundai, they went on to win the trophy last year, of course, and also in 2012. There's Ilok. Vako. Bidgara. Valery Kazashvili, the Georgian, just wears the name Vako on the back of his shirt, has scored plenty of goals in the competition so far for Ulsan Hyundai this season. Kim Ji-dong also played for Pohang Steelers when they were POSCO Atoms after graduating from high school. Made 186 K-League appearances for the Steelers. Sang-woo. He's caught late. Held on to the ball well, the captain. He was found by Ilok. He's been at the club all his career, Kang Sang-woo. Played in 31 of the 32 league games this season, so there is just one game to go. Ulsan currently top the table. They're 1 point clear of Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors. They play Seongnam Ilhwa on Sunday, who are second from bottom. Victory would secure the title. If it were to finish level on points at the top, then Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors would win the title on better goal difference. Only Jeonbuk have scored more goals in the league so far than Ulsan Hyundai. 53 goals in their 32 games so far. It's Pohang, though, that are on the attack here. Down in mid-table at the moment. Not been the season that they would have wanted in the league. Seventh place at the moment. They're 22 points behind tonight's opponents in the league table. Away by Lee Jun. Flicked on by Palacios, but only flicked on to Ki-hee. Young-woo. Alex Grant. Last night's match between Al Hilal and Al Nassr was played at a frantic pace at times. It was a local derby, of course. Palacios. Good ball for Sang-woo, the captain. He does like to get forward in these wide positions. Sang-hyub. Well, it's a good header, and it's hit the foot of the post. He's come back in again. They didn't win that one in the air, Ulsan. They were a little bit slow at the back. And Pohang Steelers almost taking the lead. Here they come again. Subin. Needs some support. Won the ball back eventually. Ulsan, Grant. Good start this. Wan Q. Alex Grant. Played out of play by the captain, Dujay. What a chance it was. It was a lovely ball floated in by Sang-hyub. And the header hit the foot of the post. Hyun-woo was well beaten. Lee Seung-mo, who scored the only goal in the round of 16 against Cerezo, scored at the weekend against Nagoya as well, almost getting a goal for a third consecutive AFC Champions League match with that header. Flicked on by Si-hun. Kvesic. Just ran into a little bit of a blind corner there with Young-woo just shepherding him out of play. Shin Jin-ho represented on the banner. He's dropped down to the bench today, started against Nagoya, but he's only among the substitutes. Lee Dong-yong preferred to him in the central midfield role. Taewon. Ki-hee. It's a wasteful ball, straight out of play for a throw. Hong Myung-bo wanting his side to track back a little bit. He was the captain when Korea made it through to that fourth place finish at the 2002 World Cup. Scored the winning penalty in the quarter-final shootout over Spain. Those amazing scenes when the fans used to pack the streets in Seoul and watch the matches on big screens on the side of skyscraper buildings. Be the Reds was the slogan. Never quite managed to hit the heights since then. They are perennial qualifiers for World Cup's career, but they've struggled to make it out of the group stages at times. Here's Ki-hee. Good work by Palacios trying to close him down. Pohang Steelers playing in the competition this season for the first time in 5 years. They finished bottom in their group back in 2016. Sydney FC, Arawa, Red Diamonds and Guangzhou Evergrande, the sides that finished above them. Finished second in their group this year. They're in the same group as Nagoya Grampus, the side they beat at the weekend. It was the only side that they dropped points against in the group. They also drew with Ratchaburi, but only picked up a point against Nagoya. Sang-hyub goes down, a smile in the direction of the referee. There was no foul given, though, against Kim Tae-hwan. Pohang enjoying more of the ball in the opening 10 minutes. Had the best chance so far, that header which came back off the post. That spread wide by Dong-yong. Young-woo. Dave Bultis. Contrasting conditions between last night's semi-final in terms of the temperature. It was around 29 degrees last night in Riyadh. It's the kind of temperatures whoever wins this will have to cope with for the final in a month or so's time. Just 11 degrees here in Jeonju. Pohang will know that if they let Ulsan take the lead, they invariably hang on to win games. They're very resilient at times. Hong Myung-bo's side. Good play by Seung-mo. Grant, born in Manchester in England, but hails from Australia, or he's an Australian rather, by the way. Sang-woo, Palacios, just got the ball caught under his feet on the edge of the penalty area. Goes out off Dong-yong. It's a real handful at times, Manuel Palacios. Only played in the opening group game against Ratchaburi. Came off after 57 minutes in that one. He did play against Cerezo and Nagoya. Chested off to Sang-hyub. Si-hun has got the gloves on. Sang-woo just kept the ball in play. Away by Baltis. Grant. Only founded in 1973, Pohang. They are based in the east of Korea in North Gyeongsong province. It is a trek directly west, almost across the width of the country, to reach the stadium here in Jeonju. This stadium used for the 2002 World Cup, as is Ulsan's home stadium, the Ulsan Munsu Stadium. Only won the K-League twice, Ulsan Hyundai. They're on the verge, as we said earlier, of a third win in the K-League. Throwing for Taewon. Se-hun. Nicely done by Dong-yong. A little bit of space for him here. He set himself for the shot, but it was going away from goal. Sixteenth all-Korean affair in the AFC Champions League. It's the fifth time two Korean sides have gone head-to-head in a semi-final. And in the four previous, both sides have managed to score in every game, which bodes quite well. We've probably put the scoring curse on it now, but here comes Palacios trying to fashion something to get his side in front. Well, one back by Alex Grant. Palacios. Seung-mo. Given away again to Vako. Bitgeram. Ki-hee. Foul on Vako by Kwang Hoon. Do a good job in front of the back four, Kwang Hoon and Soo Bin. Kwang Hoon was sent off for 2 yellows against Nagoya in the group stages. Good ball across, Lee Chun opting to punch away. On the turn was Se-hun and wasn't too far away. When you often wonder the goalkeeper's reason sometimes for punching the ball away, it seemed a nice height to catch, but he was under just a little bit of pressure from the man in front of him. His own defender, Wang Kyu. And Se-hun turn, he didn't quite get the foot round the ball to send it near the target, but getting a little bit of space inside the penalty area. Got that gold badge on the shirt, Ulsan Hyundai, which shows they're the defending champions. Grant. Palacios. Good defending by Ki Hee, who was not giving Palacios any room at all. Bultis. Dujay. It's another free kick to Ulsan. He's a handful when he's holding the ball up, Se-hun. Hadn't played for Ulsan in about 3 years since he came in for the group stages. He was on loan at Gimcheon Sangmu last season. His goals in the group stages have maybe alerted to the coach that he's a useful player to have in the side. Yoon Bitgaran with the free kick for Ulsan Hyundai. 0-0, 18 minutes gone. Best chance we've had so far was for Pohang Steelers. Lee Seung-mo's header hitting the foot of the post. Another header wide, or lacking pace from Se-hun. Well, that's given away cheaply. Ill-lock. And a little look up to see who's in the centre. It's over everybody, though. Nicely flicked away by Park Seung-wook. Kwang Hoon. Forward by Kvesic. Hasn't seen too much of the ball in the first half. Mario Kvesic. Here he is on the ball again. Seung-mo. It's the throw off Dave Bultis, the Dutchman. Ulsan did win both K-League games between the two sides this season. 2-1 away in Pohang, 1-0 at home. Pohang had a bid win the previous season. They beat Ulsan 4-0 and a 0-0 draw, picking up 4 points out of 6. So these sides have traded results over the years. As I say, there's not too many in terms of the gap of wins between them overall. Kvesic. Kwang Hoon. Trying to work down that far side with Park Seung-wook and Kvesic just in front of him to just try and pull those Ulsan defenders out of position and create some space in the middle. Be a throw in here which Park Seung-wook will take. It's over Baltis, away by Ki-hee. Sang-woo. One by Sang-hyub. That's a good header in again. Kvesic. Seung-mo just inside him. Kwang-hoon. Oh, it's given away. It was just out of the reach of Soo Bin. He's done well to win it back, though. Sang-woo. Now Sang-hyub. Palacios and Kvesic in the middle. It's over Kvesic. Seung-mo. Trying to find Palacios. Baltis trying to get the challenge in. He's done well. Palacios still on his feet. Kvesic! Gone for a corner. Well, they eventually managed to get a shot in Pohang, but it was poor defending really from Ulsan, who couldn't get the ball clear. Baltis just seemed to get it caught under his feet. Pass just, or the cross rather, forced Seung-mo a little bit wide. Baltis tussling away with Palacios. Eventually Kvesic got the shot and Baltis had his frame in the way. It's almost a given these days that the corner is going to be held up by some pushing and shoving. Taewon and Sang-hyub, the two players spoken to by the Qatari referee. Still they're tussling away. I don't think that's going to end anytime soon. Just standing their ground at the moment. There's no arms involved. The referee should just let it play it. If he sees a foul, if the corner comes in, just give it as he sees it. Over comes the corner now. Over the head of Alex Grant. Soo Bin. Kvesic. He's forced all the way back to his goalkeeper, Lee Jun. Long lofted ball over the top. It's an awkward one. Ki-hee managed to win the header. Sang-woo. Now Kvesic. Reasonably good passing accuracy by both sides at the moment. Both teams rather. Pohang up over 80%. Soo Bin. Sang-woo almost got there. Ki-hee with an important footing because he'd have been clearing on goal. Taewon plays it back to his goalkeeper. Sang-hyub under pressure, puts him under pressure and wins a throw. An experienced goalkeeper. Jo Hyun-woo made over 200 appearances for Daegu before joining Ulsan last year. Played in their Club World Cup games, of course, which was their reward for winning the AFC Champions League. Young-woo. Vako. Good solid challenge from Taewon. Sihun, who's dispensed with the gloves for the moment. Just forced backwards by Park Seung-wook. And the foul goes against the Ulsan striker. Not too sure what the referee's seen there, to be honest. Pohang just happy to slow things down. They're just playing a ball the back four at the moment, just playing keep ball, just inviting Ulsan Hyundai onto them. It's given away though, sometimes he can catch you out. Here comes Vako. Sihun. Chase on here for Palacios. This is where he's at his best. The goalkeeper had come a long way off his line then. He managed to get a foot in. He's been another regular member of Ulsan's side this season. He's missed just 2 of the league games. Park Seung-wook with the throw. Kvesic goes out off Kvesic. Good defending from Youngwoo. It's a game that's just lacking clear goal-mouth chances at the moment. Both sides have managed just 1 shot on target each so far, but neither goalkeeper has been really tested. That's well done for Palacios, just nips it away from Taewon. Might go for goal himself here, straight at the goalkeeper though. See what he was trying to do, try and bend it inside that far post, but got it too close to Hyunwoo, the goalkeeper. Foul on Ilok. So neither side has had prolific goal scorers within their team in this competition. Michael Olunga remains the top goal scorer for Al Dahail, who scored 9 in the group stage. The nearest challenger to him is was Gustavo from Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors, but of course they were knocked out at the weekend. The only player left in the competition that could theoretically challenge, and it's a long shot though, is Bafatimbio Gomis from Al Hilal, who's got 6 goals to his name. As you look down the list, Lim Sang-hyub for Pohang, he's on 4 goals. Nobody from Ulsan inside the top 20. Their goals have been fairly well shared around. Park Seung-wook in towards Kvesic, but he can't get the edge in on Dave Bultis. So Bultis and Ki Hee have been solid performers right throughout this competition. Just 1 goal conceded, as we said in the group stage. It was KOR FC from the Philippines that scored that goal. Pohang weren't quite so tight at the back. Grant. Sang-woo. There's a chance for Si-hun. Might still fall for Dong-yong. Plenty of players back behind the ball. Grant. Subin. Now Sang-woo. Still goalless then. 33 minutes gone in the semi-final. Al Hilal awaiting the final. Boltis. Angle ball in again. Lee Jun came into the group of players, didn't quite get a hand on the ball. Palacios, no damage done. Palacios. Won back by Vako. Here's Ilok. Boltis. Just the 3 shots on target in the match so far. So the closest we've come to a goal there was that Sung Mo header that hit the foot of the post. Boltis. Now Kvesic. Sang-hyub. Neither side is able to really come up with that killer ball into the final third at the moment. Its defence is very much on top, as it has been for a lot of these games. A nervy time in the knockout stages, of course. Nobody wants to make an error that might lead to potentially a winning goal, given away by Sang-hyub. Mentioned earlier that Ulsan top of the K-League at the moment. And they do, of course, split the league. I think I said they would win the league at the weekend, but they are top of the table at the moment. They would win the sort of regular season, if you like, having played each team 3 times. The top 6 will go through into a mini-league to decide who's going to lift the K-League title this season. At the moment, it's Ulsan, Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors, Daegu, Suwon, JG United and Suwon Blue Wings occupying those top 6 places. Pohang Steelers are level on 42 points with Jeju and Suwon. So they need a win in their final game to stand a chance of extending their season as far as the K-League goes. Ulsan and Jeonbuk have been the standout teams, though, in the league so far this season. Daegu United are a long way behind in third place, 14 points behind the second-place team. Should be a fascinating mini-league between those two. The tension's a long way from that at the moment, though. Looking to book a place in the AFC Champions League final for 2021. Baltis is forward for the corner. Ki-hee's in there as well. Be swung over by Yoon Biggaram. A flat delivery, plenty of power. It came out to Dong Yong. Now Palacios looking to try and break here for Pohang Steelers. Baltis getting back. He's done well, the Dutchman. Palacios just couldn't get the ball into his stride to get a little bit of power going. Park Seung-wook with the throw. Well, cut out by Kvesic. He knew that Young-woo was right behind him. Duje. Ki-hee. Well, that's given away cheaply again. He was trying to thread that through to Dong Yong. Subin. Palacios. Pass was short again. Just that little bit of quality on those final balls lacking from both teams at the moment. Sang-woo. Wang Kyu. Park Seung-wook. It's worth remembering as well that having won the competition last season, Ulsan Hyundai are undefeated in 18 consecutive AFC Champions League matches. 16 wins and 2 draws. One of those draws, of course, coming in the round of 16, where they were held to a goalless draw by Kawasaki Frontale after extra time. Very much the winning mentality around with Ulsan. Struggling to break down Pohang at the moment, though, who've defended well in the first half. We've got 5 minutes to go to half-time. Duje. Now Ki-hee. Baltis. Dong Kyung, lovely ball, nicely threaded through. They can't find a way through at the moment. It was Young-woo, the man that was furthest forward, tried to get on the end of that excellent pass, and he's slightly out of position now, so Palacios presses the accelerator to try and get the better of Baltis. Seung-wook, Kvesic. Sang-woo. Just lost that little bit of momentum by being unable to find some space in the middle. Alex Grant. Sang-woo. Kvesic. Away by Hyun-woo, but not very far, only onto the chest of Sang-hyub. 3 up ahead of him. Soo-bin. Sung-mo. Kwang-hoon. Palacios. A little bit of quality lacking again, comfortably cut out by Young-woo. Well, they've had a lot of the ball in this first half, Pohang, 55%. But they haven't really turned that into chances on goal. They've had 6 shots, just a couple on target. Dong-kyung. Now Du-jae. The pace of the game could you be just lifting a little bit as well. Somebody probably needs to try and take this by the scruff of the neck. Neither side will want to have to play the extra 30 minutes and then potentially a penalty shootout. So Ulsan have had to play the extra 30 minutes in both their knockout round games so far. If they're going to retain the title, they need to get that sort of killer instinct back of seeing off opponents. Forward by Kwang-hoon. Chase on here for Kvesic, but Young-woo will get there first. Bitgaram. It's a late challenge from Soo-bin. That might be one of the last chances of this first half for Ulsan Hyundai to try and get themselves a goal. Lee Jun has been kept relatively quiet so far. The combative midfielder, Lee Soo-bin. That's a nasty one, painful on Il-lok. Those come a little bit sharp on the ankle. Nothing that the magic spray won't sort out, though. Soo-bin back into his defensive position. It'll be Dong-yong that's over the free kick. This will swing in, I think, towards Lee Jun. Ki-hee and Bultis are forward once again. All about the quality on the delivery. Pohang holding the line on the edge of the penalty area. It's a good ball in. Nobody got the touch. Well, Ki-hee was closing in on it. I think Il-lok was the closest man to getting a touch. Great delivery from Dong-yong. They're so dangerous, those, when they come in at pace towards the goalkeeper. Well, it only needed a touch. It was Il-lok, the man who received treatment, who won the free kick. That's a bit of quality we've been looking for, though, on the delivery. Minutes added time at the end of the first half. We're almost up already with that. It's been a bit like a chess match in the first half. Neither side has been able to come up with a move that's led to a goal as the whistle goes to bring the first 45 minutes to a close. And it is neck and neck between these two Korean rivals, these two sides who know each other so well, having met over the years in the K-League. Tonight it's a place in the AFC Champions League final that's up for grabs, and it's going to have to be a second-half performance that's going to win it for either of these sides, unless, of course, we head for extra time and for a penalty shootout. Half-time then at the Jeonju World Cup Stadium. It's Ulsan Hyundai 0, FC Pohang Steelers 0.
very slick from
Neither side able to make the breakthrough in the first half. 0-0 between Ulsan Hyundai and Pohang Steelers. 45 minutes to go of the second semi-final in the AFC Champions League. Last night, Al Hilal saw off the challenge of the fellow Saudi Arabian Al Nazar. And an all-Korean clash for a place in the final on the 23rd of November in Riyadh. Ulsan, as we mentioned earlier, have been taken to extra time in both of their knockout round games so far. They came through their last match, the quarter-final against Jeonbuk Motors at the weekend. But it was a penalty shootout that saw them see off Kawasaki Frontale in the round of 16. Just looking for someone to come up with a little bit of quality. The two respective goalkeepers, Lee Jun and Hyun Woo. Didn't have too much to do in that first half. Header from Sung Mo there, hit the foot of the post. That was the closest we came to a goal. Great free kick on the stroke of half-time from Dong Gyong. Went flashing across the middle. Hong Mong-bo. Interesting to see what he would have said to his team at half-time. So it is Ulsan Hyundai, all in white, that will kick from right to left in the second half. Say 0-0 after the first 45 minutes. Dong Young's head up. Only failed to score once in all their AFC Champions League games so far. That was against Kawasaki Frontale, Ulsan Hyundai. Pohang did draw a blank on a couple of occasions. That 3-0 defeat to Nagoya Grampus in the group stage, and a goalless draw with Ratchaburi from Thailand. It's given away to Kvesic. A little bit of space here for Kvesic. Might think about going on his own. Wasn't too far away with a shot. Confident enough to go through the gap there, Mario Kvesic. Just pulled his shot off target. Palacios. Away by Park Seung-woo. Nicely done by Kvesic. Palacios. Pohang have come out at the start of the second half with a little bit of purpose. Another shot, which is off target. Well, whoever gets themselves in front here, it'll be a massive psychological boost in the match. Away by Baltis. Grant's header. Pohang do have a habit of scoring late in games. 40% of their league goals have come after the 75th minute. It's in behind Dong-Yong, tied it up again by Kvesic. It's Palacios. In by Park Sung-wook. Kwang Hoon, Palacios, just too far ahead of Kvesic. Dong-Yong. Real tussle going on this near side. Soo Bin with a foot in. Tae-won. Sliced that one out of play. I think Dong-Yong had gone down injured, which is why he kept the ball out of play. I think Pohang will just give the ball back to Ulsan. Kvesic could be a key figure in this second half. Already shown a couple of nice touches here. Palacios have combined well. Vako. Nice ball down the line. Young-woo. First time ball into the middle. Good pluck ball across. Lee Jun lost it slightly. And he's been made to pay. The opening goal of the game for Yunil Lok. And Ulsan Hyundai, the defending champions, are in the lead. There's a lovely ball down the line from Vako. And Ulsan have finally made the breakthrough 7 minutes into the second half. And Yunil Lok, who scored on the stroke of half-time in the match against Jeonbuk Motors at the weekend. Great work from Bitgarum to get the ball across. Lee Jun just lost it. It squirmed away from the goalkeeper. And Il Lok gratefully accepted the invitation in front of goal. Sang-woo just swung a boot at it. The goalkeeper just had got a hand to it to take it away from his captain. And couldn't quite recover in time to get the saving challenge in on the line. And Ulsan Hyundai lead by a goal to nil. And the breakthrough has been made, and as we said, a psychological boost as well for Ulsan Hyundai. Yunil Lok, who only joined from Montpellier. That's a late challenge, which is going to result in a yellow card. He only joined from Montpellier in August. It's Wang Q that's gone into the book. A little bit of frustration maybe creeping in for Pohang. Made his debut in the FA Cup quarter-final back in August. Yunil Lok scored against Yangzhou Citizen. And there was the challenge. It was a cynical one on Dujay, the captain. Scored in that game against Jeonbuk Motors and now scores here. What a moment. He was right on the spot. Good persistence inside the penalty area. Only made his Champions League debut against Kawasaki Frontale in the final 2 minutes. But at the moment, it's his goal that separates the teams. Forward by Si-hun. Blocked by Grant. Young-woo. Sang-woo. That's given away. Header back, almost falls for Vako. Well, Park Seung-wook had to get that one right because Vako was bearing down on him. Manu had a big hand to play in the goal. And all of a sudden also just picking up the pace of the game. Now they've got themselves in front. Challenge from Palacios. Bultis. Final is on the 23rd of November, don't forget. Al Hilal against one of these two teams. Final in Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. Long way to go yet in the semi-final. Throw in by Young-woo. Vako. Sang-hyub. Won back again by Dujay, given away again though to Seung-mo. Palacios. Kvezic. Palacios. Subin. Down the line again, looking for Palacios. Bultis comes across. There was a hint of handball in there from Dave Bultis. Linesman or the assistant referee on this near side has spotted it. Bultis is saying it didn't strike his arm. It's not inside the penalty area, so they can't use VAR to check it, which I think is what Bultis is trying to indicate. He's saying it wasn't handballed. It is only a free kick, though. Can only check it if it was inside the penalty area and a potential penalty. Well, in fact, it hasn't struck his arm. He's probably right to complain, Bultis. It came off his chest. Still complaining. Right the way across, no one able to get a touch. Kvezic trying to G's side up at the moment. It's a good delivery. Sung Mo's header was off target. No doubt we'll see changes made by both coaches as the game progresses. They are allowed to make 5 substitutions still, of course, with the new rules coming out. That's a mistake by Grant, which almost lets in Lock again. Dong Yong. Well played by Sang-woo, the captain. And here he goes again. A little bit of space if he can keep the ball in place, Sang-woo. Sang-hyub allowed the ball to roll under his boot. Du-jae tidies up. Well, the game's just started to open up a little bit now as we approach the hour mark. Park Seung-wook. Palacios. It's a great run from Sung-mo. And a good save from Hyun-woo. I think the offside flag has possibly gone up, or maybe it came off maybe Sung-mo on its way out. It is a goal kick either way. It wasn't offside. Hyun-woo, I think, has played that off the Korean. Yep, just came off Sung-mo as it went over the line. It's unfortunate. Baltis with the challenge. Just struck his trailing leg there. Good response, though, from Pohang, who've had a couple of chances now since falling behind. Dong Yong just bounced up and over. He might get a second chance here. Dong Yong turns Sang-woo. Nicely pulled back. Hits the post and back to the goalkeeper. Bit Garam with a chance to make it 2. And a bit of good fortune on Pohang Steelers' side. The ball hit the post, bounced into the arms of Lee Jun. That's another let-off for the Steelers. Sang-hyub. Ulsan needed extra time in that semi-final last season to get to the final. That's a heavy touch and allows Lee Jun to make the save. It was Lock bursting through, looking for his second goal. Had he had a bit more finesse with the touch, he would have been able to get that one under control, and would have been odds on, you would have thought, to beat Lee Jun, but the goalkeeper did well to gather and pluck the ball off his foot. He played Vissel Kobe in the semi-finals last year. Ulsan came through after extra time. They beat Persepolis, of course, by 2-1, the Iranians, in last year's final. The Eastern section have had a lot more success in this competition than their Western counterparts. That's given away again, though. Here come Pohang looking for an equaliser. Palacios goes on ahead. Low shot gathered by Hyun-woo. No real pace in it. Kvesic wanted it played short. Sang-hyub had his eye on goal. There's the work by Dong Yong, and the shot which just bent it. A lot of curl on it. And there's the ball through from Bitgaram, which Lock just couldn't quite bring under control, allowed Lee Jun to see the ball. Good goalkeeping, having seen that shot squirm away from him for the opening goal of the game. Because it was Kim Do-hoon that was in charge of Ulsan Hyundai last season, that guided into the Champions League. Kyung Myung-bo is looking to live up to his expectations and do that again. Great ball in, good save with Sung-mo. in front of goal. It's a great chance. It's a challenge on the edge of the penalty area. That's the best save of the match Hyun Woo's had to make so far. Kvesic has gone down injured. Hyun Woo has also felt the full weight of that challenge. Well, what a chance. Pohang's best chance of the game so far to get back into the match. It was great work. It was great build-up play. It was Sang Hyub with a header. Full stretch. Couldn't guide it past the goalkeeper. Great delivery by Kwang Hoon. And straight at the goalkeeper, either side of him. And that's an equaliser, without question. Hyun Woo, though, got a little bit lucky. Sang Hyub couldn't get that ball away from the goalkeeper. Both players seem to be okay. Well, there was the challenge. Kvesic just standing on the leg of Hyun Woo. Both players are okay. Sehun. Vako. Dong-yong. Playing a slightly wider role in the second half. He was much more central in the first half. Dong-yong, the man that came into the starting lineup tonight for Ulsan, but he's marauding down that right side at the moment to good effect. Seung Wook just in front of Vako. Now Palacios. Kvesic. Sang Hyub. Subin. Sang Woo trying to get to the byline. Opts to put it in from a different angle this time. Baltis with a comfortable header. Ulsan looking at making changes, maybe shoring things up through midfield. It's quite interesting actually when you look at Pohang's goal-scoring record. Their last 27 goals in the AFC Champions League have all come from inside the penalty area. You have to go back to 2014, the last time they scored a goal from distance. That was against Buriram United. They've had more of the ball here throughout the match so far, but they've yet to find a way past Hyun Woo in goal. Here they come again. Sang Woo. Still going, Sang Woo, pushed out by the goalkeeper. Palacios plays it back in again. It's away by Hyun Woo. Trying to keep the pressure on now. Kwang Hoon. It's good play by the captain, who found a little bit of space. Taewon had just tucked inside, allowing him that little bit of room. Goalkeeper pushed it back into play. Fortunately for him, there was no one following up, and once it reached Palacios, it was just slightly behind him. Yun Il-lok's goal separates the teams, approaching the midway point of the second half. It's a stretch from Du Jae, which is well, he's going to get sent off here as well, Du Jae. Red card, he's out. We saw a sending off last night for Al Nazar, who were trailing. But the referee from Qatar has got red card in hand. He's very quickly surrounded by white shirts, as you would expect. There was the challenge on Sang Hyub by the Ulsan captain. Well, both studs are up. The feet are on the... it's a difficult one. Both feet are on the ground, but the referee has deemed that there's enough intent there to show the Ulsan captain the red card. So one Du Jae will be sent off. And, well, more importantly for him, if Ulsan do progress, he'll miss the final. So a quarter of the game to go, and Ulsan Hyundai are down to 10 men. Won Do-jae in a sort of state of bewilderment at the moment, as are the Ulsan fans, who can't quite believe what they've just seen. Was actually sent off against Pohang Steelers in his last J-League game on the 21st of September. Won Do-jae, so he's now been sent off twice against the same opposition in 2 matches. Free kick to Pohang Steelers. Can they capitalise and make their man advantage count? We saw a good effort, as we say, from Al Nassr last night with 10 men holding Al Hilal at bay. They're going to make a change here, Ulsan, as well. The thinking and the mindset might possibly have changed now in terms of the substitutions. Park Young-wo is coming on. It's going to be Yoon Bitgaram that's going off. And the coach having to make a decision as to who's going to fit into the roles. Always knocks you slightly out of your stride when you have a player sent off in a game. Fortunately for Ulsan, they have got themselves in front. Palacios. Sang Hyub goes down in the area, claiming he was pushed. Bultis quick to berate him. It was Wang Q, in fact, the central defender, that went down, not Sang Hyub. It's a soft one. I think he knew that the defender was there. Alex Grant's header. Young-wo. Palacios. Good ball in, comfortably taken there by Hyun-woo. Nobody attacking that one in the middle. Vako. Subin. Wang Q. Sung-wook. Palacios. Keeping possession nicely. That was slipped through, looking for Sang Hyub. Grant. Sang Hyub's playing in a central role along with Sung Mo now, so it's given Sang Woo a licence, the captain, to get forward down that far side, taking on Il-lok. Towards Palacios again. Dong Gyong caught by Palacios. It's going to be a yellow card for Palacios. The arm from Palacios that just caught Dong Gyong rather than the boot, but it is a yellow card. Joins his central defender Wang Q in the book. Well, Pohang need to come up with a goal. They've had chances. That header from Sang Hyub, the diving header, was the best of them so far. Seung Mo just a little bit back on his heels. It allowed Yong Woo, the captain, the substitute rather, to come across and make the clearance. Ball's back in play again. Sang Woo given away once more. Young Woo. Sang Hyub gets to the byline, wins the corner off Taewon. They've fired up the defenders now, trying to keep Pohang Steelers at bay. Down to 10 men, don't forget. Wondu Jae, the captain, sent off. Palacios lurking again. Grant's forward, Wang Q's forward. The two big central defenders are in there. It'll be swung over by the captain, Kang Sang-woo. Once again, they're all in a little bunch around the penalty spot. Now they'll go in their different directions. Can somebody get the edge? It's flicked away by Si-hun. Kvezic, nicely taken over. Good ball back in. Another great chance. He's headed over. Well, Pohang are not taking their chances. It's Alex Grant, the Australian this time, that's failed to hit the target. Nobody picked him up. He was all on his own in the middle. Great ball in from Kvezic. Just stood that one up into the penalty area. And a free header from Alex Grant. And he's over the top, and he'll be disappointed again not to have hit the target. It's the goal scorer, Yunil Lok. That's coming off for Ulsan Hyundai. And it's going to be the experienced Lee Chung-yong, the former Crystal Palace and Bolton player, that's coming on. Adding that little bit of experience in there now for the final quarter of an hour. The man who's nicknamed Blue Dragon, which is a translation of his name. Young Woo ball forward on the chest of Grant. Kwang Hoon, Kvezic, Palacios. Sang Hyub was the intended target. It's been well cut out again though by Ulsan. Si-hun back to Dong-gyong. Grant. Only had 3 efforts on target, Ulsan Hyundai. Of their 9 shots, 16 shots for Pohang Steelers. 6 of them have been on target now, but they've not managed to find a way past the resilient goalkeeper, Jo Hyun-woo. Seung-wook towards Palacios, who got the header on it, but again the defender was nice and tight, so he couldn't get any space to try and find some direction on it. Pohang are making a change. Lee Ho-jae is the player coming on, and it's going to be Palacios that's making way. So Lee Ho-jae, who's made just 9 substitute appearances in the league, he's come on late in every game he's played this season. Also came on late in the group games against Johor. Actually scored his first 2 goals as a late substitute in the K-League recently. He came on against Guangzhou after 76 minutes and scored in the 83rd and 90th minutes to seal a 3-2 win. Can he get the goal that potentially takes us to extra time? This is Seung Mo. Backed into a corner again. Came off Baltis. Corner prevented by Hyun Woo. Well, Ulsan are hanging on at the moment. That goal from Yunil Lok in the 52nd minute. Pohang have had chances. A header from Sang Hyub that was straight at the goalkeeper. Ulsan had another chance when Yoon Bitgurum's shot came back off the post. Pohang hit the post in the first half. Here's Kvesic. Early ball in this time. It's too high for Ho Jae. Sang Woo. Now Sang Hyub. It's the byline. Kvesic! Oh, he's hit the ball into the ground and it's bounced up and over the top. Another great chance. He might have done a hamstring as well. Kvesic. There's another good opportunity. Set himself for the shot, but it's bounced up and over. It's a triple change here coming up for Ulsan. Vako is one of those to make way. Hyung Min is going off. Dong Yong is going off. Kim Ji-hun is on. O.C. Hun is also making way. And it's Hong Chul that comes on as well. So triple change made by Hong Myung-bo. It's his opposite number, Kim Ji-dong, that's trying to galvanise his team at the moment into creating some more chances in the 9.5 minutes that remain. Kwang Hoon. Soo Bin. It's just out of the reach of Kvesic. Thought he might have just tweaked his hamstring, but he seems okay now. Mario Kvesic, it was a good opportunity. Caught it on the volley. Dave Baltis just hobbling at the moment. They have got one substitute left to them, Ulsan Hyundai. It was a header from Hyung Min. Kvesic. Good pressing from Chul. Substitutes coming on, adding fresh legs, and it's a good move by Hong Myung-bo to get them on when he has. Kang Sang-woo. Grant. Good flat trajectory on the cross. It was aimed in towards Ho Jae, but unable to get any ovation off the ground to try and get a header on it. He cuts a frustrated figure at the moment, Kim Ji-dong. So he played over 500 times in the K-League. 5th highest appearance maker in the Korean League. He was in the team that won the AFC Champions League as a player for Pohang Steelers back in 2009. 2-time K-League winner as well. He's got a few minutes to try and rally his troops and see if they can get themselves back into the match. An equaliser would take us into extra time, don't forget. Dave Baltis with a free kick. Ulsan down to 10 men. Foul by Ji-hun on Alex Grant. He wanted to take the free kick quickly. The referee's just held them up though. Seung-wook back inside. Seung-wook. Grant. Sang-woo. Kwang Hoon. Just keeping their shape well at the moment. Ulsan just closing down those gaps. They're pretty much pegged in the central third at the moment. Pohang now, Grant with a little bit of space maybe to move into. Sang-hyub. Subin. Seung-wook. Sang-woo. Three in the middle, waiting for some quality on the cross from Sang-hyub. Good block. Another change for Pohang Steelers. Seung Mo is the player coming off. And Kim Ryun-sung is the player that's come on. So another change made by Pohang, who is still chasing the game. Subin. Wang Kyu. Seung-wook. Heading down towards Ho Jae, just ran away from him slightly. Alex Grant with a cushion header to Park Seung-wook. Subin. Sang-woo. Shot was blocked. There's big appeals for handball from Kvesic. Sang-woo, I think, was a bit of an afterthought with a handball. VAR will have a look. Play will continue for the time being. Grant. Subin. Kvesic, stabs it away. It's going to go for a goal kick. We'll just see whether VAR do give this an official review. Here's the shot. I think he's off the shoulder. Clutching at straws a little bit. Pohang Steelers. No official check. Good decision by the Qatari referee. Bolt is just geeing his side up. The 10 men have got 3.5 minutes to survive and hang on here to book a place in the final for the second year running. Seung-wook. Just increased their possession slightly in the second half, Pohang Steelers. Baltis with a good header away. Only as far as Kwang Hoon. Sang-hyub. A slight deflection, takes it into the path of Seung-wook. Grant! Straight at the goalkeeper. It's another good chance for the Steelers to try and get an equaliser. But Hyun-woo was right behind it. Two-time AFC Champions League winners Just hanging on a little bit here at the end. Grant caught it well enough, but again it was straight at the goalkeeper. Grant might stay forward, he's going up again. On by Ho Jae. Far by Ji Hyun. Oh, they scored! It's Grant who's got the goal from the free kick, and we're heading for extra time now, surely. Well, they've kept knocking on the door, and it's finally swung open for them. And Alex Grant, who missed that, well, had that volley a moment or so ago that was on target, has finally found a way past Hyun Woo. And it looks as though for the third consecutive knockout game, Ulsan Hyundai are going to extra time. Great delivery. Grant it was, the header looped. It looked like he was looping wide. It's hit the top of the post and gone in. Well, there's no chance of it being offside. No VAR intervention to save Ulsan Hyundai. It looked like the header was dropping wide, but it's dropped into the net. And Pohang Steelers are back on level terms in the final minute. It's nodded back to Lee Jun. Well, he scored twice in the K-League at the end of September. Alex Grant, his first goals for his new club, and that's a vital, vital goal. Sent off in his last K-League match against Gangwon. And 4 minutes added time, and Pohang have got the incentive now to maybe go on and try and win this in injury time. In by Wang Kyu. Sang Woo. Nicely flicked on. It's just opened up. Oh, it's hit his own player, Ho Jae. Sang Woo trying to get to the byline. Good ball across. It's into the goalkeeper's midriff. What a chance. What a finish this is from Pohang. Lovely interchange of passes. Came back off Ho Jae. It was back in again, and Ryun Seung could have made himself a real hero there. And all of a sudden the defending champions are hanging on here. Down to 10 men, Ulsan Hyundai. Kvesic has gone down injured. Well, those block challenges by Baltis. Ho Jae. Kvesic just bounced up and away from him. Well, they left it late. Well, they've had chances in this second half. Pohang. Grant back on defensive duty. Headed on again, it won't quite find its way through to Lee Jun, but it will be allowed to run for a goal kick. First AFC Champions League goal for Pohang Steelers for Alex Grant. He's already equalled his best ever scoring season in the league with 2 goals. He scored 2 for Macclesfield Town in the lower reaches of England back in the 2014-15 season. Final minute of added time. Rin Song, who had that chance a moment or so ago. Kwang Hoon. Seung Wook. Away by Baltis. Ryun Sung again. Sang Hyub. And away by Ki Hee. Final bit of pressure from Pohang Steelers. That's given away though to Dave Baltis. Almost caught in possession. Young-woo, as the whistle goes to bring the 90 minutes to a close, and for the third successive knockout round match, Ulsan Hyundai are going to have to go into extra time. Yunil Lok put them in front 7 minutes into the second half. Alex Grant levelled things up, a looping header which went in off the top of the post beyond Hyun-woo in the penultimate minute, and we'll have an extra 30 minutes here and potentially penalties if nobody can separate these two sides. At the end of 90 minutes, it's Ulsan Hyundai 1, Pohang Steelers 1. And there will just be a few minutes for the players to take on some refreshment and get some instructions from their respective coaches. It was the goal that put Ulsan in front, just squirmed away from the goalkeeper Lee Jun. And Il Lok was on hand, kept his head to score. Had more chances in the second half as well. Goalkeeper will be disappointed. He did manage to hang on to that one. And 0-0 at the end of the first half. The goal coming 7 minutes into the second half. The defending champions got themselves in front, but then in the 89th minute they'd been down to 10 men by this point. Grant's header hit the top of the post. It looked as if it was going to loop wide, but just when you need a little bit of good fortune, it came off the top of the post, beat Hyun-woo. Great delivery from Kovacic. First AFC Champions League goal for the Australian Alex Grant. And Pohang Steelers had snatched an equaliser right at the death to take us into an extra 30 minutes, and you can see what it means to their players. So 15 minutes each way. If we can't find a winner in extra time, it will be a penalty shootout. It was Lee Dong-gyong who got the Ulsan winner against Jeonbuk Motors at the weekend after extra time, or in extra time rather. Lee Chung-yong has taken over the captain's armband after the red card for the captain, Won Du-jae. Did score one of the penalties in the shootout, Lee Chung-yong against Kawasaki Frontale in the round of 16. Well, Pohang certainly finished the stronger of the two teams. There's another change been made by the Steelers at the start of extra time. Kim Ho-nam is the man that's come on. Oh, his side was so close. They just couldn't hold on in the end to close out the victory. And now they've got another 30 minutes to try and weather the storm with 10 men in extra time. So we're underway. We're back to the way we were in the first half. Ulsan all in white, kicking from left to right for the first 15 minutes. Grant. Kim Ho-nam, by the way, has come on for his debut. He's recently joined from Suwon. Hasn't played at all in the league for Pohang Steelers this season, but getting a chance in extra time. Teams do get the extra substitution, of course, in the extra 30 minutes as well. Now, what we will see from both these teams, will it be tight and compact, or are they going to be open and looking for a winner rather than going to a penalty shootout? It's no way to decide a semi-final, the penalty shootout, but of course that's the way it has to be in these knockout round games that have to be won over the one leg. There is Kim Ho-nam. "32 years of age, he's good experience, he's been around the Korean League a long time, played for Gwangju and Jeju United, Sanju Sangmu. It's Mario Kvesic that's gone off. Shot comes over the top. Young Woo coming forward. He couldn't keep the shot down. Is there to be a hero on one of these teams, I wonder? Subin, Kwang Hoon, Sang Hyub, Sang Woo, the Pohang captain. Playing in a much more advanced role now, Sang-woo, getting a little bit of threat to the attack. It's not a great ball in. Here is Sang-woo. Sang-hyub. Subin. Ryun Sung, who they almost made a hero of himself with that shot in injury time, which was straight at the goalkeeper. Down the line looking for the runner Park Sung-wook, but just overhit slightly the pass. So Sang-woo is playing almost as a striker at the moment, having been at full back for the majority of the game. Baltis with a throw for Ulsan. Won back again by Pohang, who started extra time promisingly. Ryun Sung, Soo Bin. Not a great ball onto the chest of Dave Baltis, who will drive forward for Ulsan Hyundai. Trying to play that one inside the fullback, but he got back well there, Seung Wook. Al Hilal awaiting the final, don't forget, after their win last night. 23rd of November in Riyadh. Date for your diary. Will it be the 2009 winners, Pohang Steelers? Will it be the 2020 and 2012 winners, Ulsan Hyundai? Soo Bin. Ryun Sung. Wan Kyu. Wan Kyu. Just biding their time at the moment. Everybody back behind the ball for Ulsan. Not too many spaces around, despite the fact they are playing with a player less. Ulsan Hyundai. It's a mistake from Gran. Nicely taken by Ryun Sung. It's good defending, though, by Chung Yong, who is back on helping out his defenders. Another change here. Lee Soo Bin has gone off. Kim Sung Ju is the player that's replaced him. First Champions League appearance this season for Kim Sung-ju, who hasn't played in the league since the end, or the beginning of May, rather. Once again, the referee straight into halter flashpoint. Taewon was involved, as was Sang Hyub. Dave Baltis just acting as a peacemaker as well. Taewon took exception to the challenge. He had got a huge chunk of shirt in his hand at the time. Foul in the back of Lee Chung-yong by Sang Hyub. Just got a knee to the back, I think, on Lee Chung-yong. In the side that won the final last season, Lee Chung-yong. 90 international appearances during his career. Free kick didn't have the height on it, headed away by Ho-jae. Hyung-min. Grant's header. Sang-woo. Kwang-hoon. Not too many chances have been created in this opening period of extra time. Another late challenge, just a foot left in by Sung-ji. There's Lee Chung-yong involved again, having recovered from that back knock a moment or so ago. Bultis. Cut out again. Now a break on here for Sang-hyup. Ryun-seong. Sang-woo. Long Bultis was there with a header. Ho-jae. Bultis again with a footing. Great defending by Dave Bultis. He might have some more work to do as well. They're appealing for offside, and they'll get offside as well. It was Kwang-hoon coming back from an offside position. He's just a little bit lazy there, Kwang-hoon. Good defending a couple of times there from Bultis. Good header and a foot in at full stretch to toe poke the ball away. Chung-yong. Let's get a few questions of Hyung-min. It was a little bit overhit, the pass. Ho-jae trying to close down Hyun-woo in the goal. Sang-ji. Grant. Ho-jae's header away again by Bultis. Everything seems to be heading down towards Bultis at the moment, who's dealing with things that are thrown his way. This is Sung-ji. Ho-jae, Ryun-song. Alex Grant. Man whose late goal took us into extra time. Sang-woo. What can Pohang create here? Sang-hyup can't bring the ball under control. Taewon. Just a minute to be added to the end of the first period of extra time. Good ball in. Oh, it's come off the knee and rolled through to the goalkeeper, Hong Chol. Couldn't quite bring that one under control. Played in both Korea's games last week, Hong Chol, against Syria and Iran. Again, it's Baltis with a header. Whistle goes to bring the first period of extra time to a close. Chances very much at a premium in that first 15-minute period of extra time. It's as you were at the end of 90 minutes. It's Ulsan Hyundai 1, FC Pohang Steelers 1. .24 shots Pohang Steelers have managed now, 9 of them on target. Only one of them has registered on the score so far for Kim Ji-dong's team. Will just be a quick turnaround at the end of the first period of extra time. That was that chance right at the end when it hit the knees of Hong Chol and rolled through to the goalkeeper. The first time we've really seen a bit of quality on a ball into the penalty area in extra time from Hyung Min. Would have been a big moment if he'd been able to get a positive touch to put his side in front again. Hong Chol. So 15 minutes to go. Are we heading for a penalty shootout? See how both sides approach this now. Are they going to try and go for the win? Alex Grant has come off. And Chon Min Wang is the player that's come on. Was an unused sub against Nagoya on Sunday. Well, Alex Grant's goal, the reason that we're in this extra 30 minutes, but he's not going to have a chance to score a winner. That will be left to the other 10 outfield players. Also, Hyundai have been down to 10 men, don't forget, since that red card for the captain. Won-do Jae, 68 minutes in. They've played a quarter of the game with 10 men, rather. Away by Baltis. Don't think either side would want the pressure of a penalty shootout. Ulsan have already been through that this year, of course, in that 0-0 draw with Kawasaki Frontale. Away by Hyung Min. Not too much the coaches can do now. They can give a few more instructions. Most of the substitutions have been made. Diving header down, looking towards Sang-woo. Ji-hyun was the player that went down. Thank you, the player that's been spoken to. He was booked in the first half, just need to watch his step, otherwise we might find the numbers being evened up. There's another foul. Ho Jae, the man brought down this time by Hyung Min. Well, they scored from a free kick at the end of the 90th minute. Can they do the same here? Alex Grant has gone off. Ki-hee's header, not too much of an aerial presence in there now. Sang-woo. Ho Jae, beaten in the air by Baltis. Sang-hyub. Side-footed across goal and wasn't too far away. It was Sung-ju with the ball across. Two players converging at the back post. Neither able to get a touch. Just needed to take a little bit off that. Ho Nam was the closest player to it. Sang-woo. Good skills to take him away from Hyung Min. Pohang continuing to come forward. Ball delivered with pace. It's just out of the reach of Sang-woo. That diving header away by Ki-hee. Ho Jae with a header on. Baltis trying to organise the defenders. Whistle's gone. A foul on the edge of the penalty area. If Ulsan are to make it to the final, they're doing it the hard way. On by Ho Jae. Young-woo. Comes off Ho Jae. It'll be a Ulsan throw, which will be taken by Dave Baltis, just trying to inject a bit of urgency into his team. Flicked by Ji-hyun. And another free kick goes the other way. It's just getting a little bit scrappy at the moment, a little bit stop-start. There'll be some tired legs out there. There are plenty of substitutes on, of course, but still half the team have played every minute so far. A lot of these Ulsan players would have played extra time on Sunday as well. 10 minutes to go. 9 minutes to go, in fact. Ho Jae. Chol. Just too far ahead of Yong-woo. Nervous times on the benches. Hong Myung-bo looking on. Ho Jae almost fell for Sang Hyub. It was an important foot in from Taewon. Sang-woo just overran it slightly. There might be a break on here for Ulsan with Young-woo. Again, the referee has to step in and intervene. Young-woo's ended up on his backside. Well, they've taken offence to the foul again. It's Park Seung-wook. Young-woo, the man that's incurred the wrath of the Pohang Steelers players. Seung-wook is back on his feet. The referee will just have to sort this one out. A little bit of a melee. It's going to be a yellow card, I think, for Young-woo. Well, they've both got a hold of each other. It was Young-woo's reaction with a knee in the back of Seung-wook. Chung-yong coming in to act as a peacemaker. I think the referee's handled this well. I don't think he's going to give a card. It's a telling off for both. Tensions and passions are bound to be running high, of course. We're 7 minutes away. Oh, it is a yellow card for both of them, in fact. So, passions and tensions running high with what's at stake. You've got to understand that that's going to happen with a couple of challenges. Thought the referee might just have kept the cards in the pocket, having spoken to both, but he goes the other way and gives them both a yellow card, which is correct, I suppose, under the letter of the law. He's refereed the game well. The man from Qatar. Baltis brilliantly cut out once again. Crowd enjoyed that. Hong Chol plays it forward. Young-woo, and it was booked a moment or so again going up against Seung-wook. Chol cutting back inside, couldn't get his foot around the ball, though there were two in the middle looking for it played short. Chol went for goal. It was off target. Baltis is there again. Well, he's been a real rock at the back for Ulsan Hyundai so far, Dave Baltis. Proved to be the immovable object. Played back by Ji-hun. Or by Hyung-min. Taewon. Young-woo. Ho Jae working hard. They're almost playing four up front at the moment. Pohang, it might leave a few gaps at the back. This is Ji-hyun. Over the leg of Ho Nam. It'll be another free kick. Hyun-woo with the free kick. Is there a winner in extra time? Baltis has gone forward. He's got to race back now. Ball down the line is just slightly misplaced by Hyung-min. Seung-wook. It's away by Kwang Hoon. Not very far though. Young-woo. It's kept in. It was a good header by Hong Chol. Ji-hun just lost his footing slightly in the penalty area. Back by Sang-hyub to Lee Jun. Head tennis going on at the moment. Baltis guides out wide to Young-woo. Sang-woo. Baltis. Driven back into the Pohang half of the field, just trying to urge his defenders to get higher up the park. 90 seconds to go of extra time. Baltis is there with another header. Seung-wook. Hoisted back in again towards Ho Jae. Baltis couldn't quite get there that time. Now Ulsan might be able to break away. Good run out of defence by Chung Yong, but again the defence is coming out on top at the moment. Very few chances in extra time. Foul for the defending champions. Just a minute to be added then, and we're less than that now away from penalties to decide a place in the final. Ulsan have already come through one penalty shootout. 3-2 in the round of 16 over Kawasaki Frontale. Is there one last chance to get a goal? It's a scuffed shot from Young-woo. One last chance maybe for Lee Jun to launch this long. Whatever happens, it's almost a sudden death now. If somebody scores now, it's a tough way to end the game. Someone will be a hero, someone will be a villain in the penalty shootout. Chol's effort block might get a second chance to cross. Ho Jae. Well, there goes the full-time whistle. So we are going to have penalties to decide who will take on Al Hilal in the final. After extra time, there was no addition to the scoring after Alex Grant's 89th minute equaliser. Full-time after extra time, Ulsan Hyundai 1, FC Pohang Steelers 1. So now comes the job of finding out who our penalty takers will be. Already mentioned that shootout win for Ulsan Hyundai earlier on in the round of 16. Only other time they've played in a penalty shootout in the AFC Champions League was a playoff to get into the group stages back in 2017. And they came through that one against Kitchi from Hong Kong, 4-3. Pohang Steelers themselves have only ever been involved in one shootout. That was back in 2014 in the quarter-finals against FC Seoul. And they lost quite comprehensively 3-0 in that penalty shootout. Here are the two goals. This one coming 7 minutes into the second half. He'll lock. Good persistence after Lee Jun had spilled the ball. Great play by Vako, playing the ball down the line for Young Woo. It was a well-crafted goal. Vic Gurem was involved, playing the ball across. And he'll lock, putting the ball in. But then came a big turning point. Won Du Jae, the Ulsan Hyundai captain, was red-carded. But then 89 minutes gone with extra time, with a win for Ulsan looming. Alex Grant sent us into extra time with a looping header, which looked to have been going wide at first. Hit the top of the post and went in with Hyun Woo beaten. Great delivery from Mario Kresic. And Grant choosing an opportune moment to get his first AFC Champions League goal for his team. Doesn't score many. That's possibly the most important goal he scored for a long, long time, the Australian. And it's taken us into a penalty shootout. Well, Lee Jun's only made 4 appearances for Pohang Steelers. Is he to be a hero? His opposite number, Jo Hyun Woo, the much more experienced goalkeeper, 18 international caps. They say that the penalty shootout is a lottery. Someone will be left in tears, someone will be celebrating very soon. Coaches can do no more. Won Du Jae and Lee Dong Jun both missed penalties for Ulsan in that shootout earlier. Won Du Jae, of course, was sent off, so he won't be a part of the shootout. Lee Chung-yong has taken on the captain's armband after Du Jae's red card. Kang Sang-woo is the Pohang Steelers captain. Could be important who takes the first penalty as well. Can often have that psychological advantage of making sure that your opponents have to match you. Dave Baltis with a few encouraging words for his goalkeepers. The goalkeepers will have done their homework, of course. Lee Jun will have watched that shootout that they had against Kawasaki Frontale. A few words from his captain as well. This is it then, 5 penalty kicks each. It's going to be Ulsan Hyundai to take first. Dave Baltis, the captain. Referee's just reminding the goalkeepers that they must have 1 foot on the line when the penalty's taken. Well, he was immense in that second half, Dave Baltis. Winning headers, tackles, doing everything he could to keep his side's goal intact. The only thing he couldn't do was prevent Alex Grant getting that equaliser on the stroke of full time. So Lee Jun First chance to make a name for himself. Today, just his 4th appearance. 2 in the K-League, 2 in the AFC Champions League. And he will face Dave Baltis. The first penalty of the shootout. A place in the final, resting on penalty kicks. Here comes Baltis. Oh, he's fired it over the top. Well, just when you need him to step up and become a hero, he's fired over, went for power, but he's completely got his bearings wrong. Goalkeeper went the wrong way. And the first chance for Pohang Steelers to give themselves an advantage. Lim Sang-hyob will take the first penalty for Pohang Steelers. Hyun-woo just taking his time, and always that little bit of gamesmanship, particularly from goalkeepers in penalty shootouts. Lim Sang-hyob, who scored twice against Nagoya Grampus in the quarter-final at the weekend. First penalty here to give the edge to Kim Ji-dong's side. Oh, goalkeeper got a good hand on it, but could only help it into the net. So Pohang take a 1-0 lead. Kim Sang-hyob only just squeezed that one past Hyun-woo, who guessed right. Got a good hand on that, the goalkeeper, but could only help it into the net. Always a relief to get your penalty scored and under your belt. So 1-0 to Pohang Steelers. Lee Chung-yong is up next for Ulsan, the man who took the first penalty in the shootout in the round of 16. So vastly experienced, played in the Premier League in England. And he's up against Lee Jun. Oh, stutter in the run-up! And the goalkeeper makes the save! And I think Lee Jun may have stepped forward, though. We're going to have a retake. I don't think he was on the line. Yeah, you can see the little stutter forward. It's so difficult for goalkeepers to keep a foot on the line. So Lee Chung-yong will have a second opportunity. It's a natural reaction when the penalty's coming to take that step forward, and the stutter in the run-up from Lee Chung-yong didn't help. So he'll have a second opportunity here to beat Lee Jun. Now, does he do the same again? Straight down the middle this time. So they're on the board, Ulsan Hyundai in the shootout. And he'll be thankful for that second opportunity. One all, but FC Pohang Steelers have their next penalty to take. Kwon Wang-kyu is next up. Against Hyun-woo. Straight into the corner. The goalkeeper gets right again. Both penalties have gone to the same side, but that one had enough power on it to evade the goalkeeper completely. Driven in. So 2-1. 5 penalties each, don't forget. If it is level after 5, we go to sudden death. Kim Ji-hyun is the next man to come forward. Can't afford to miss another one. Here he comes then against Lee Jun, and he goes into the same corner and squeezes the ball into the bottom corner. So 2-all. Pohang Steelers with their third penalty. Kim Sung-ji is up next. Referee just losing his patience a little bit with the goalkeepers. This to keep Pohang Steelers just in front. First Champions League appearance this season for Kim Sung-ji against Hyun-woo. Had enough pace on it. It was a very little run-up, but he generated such pace on that penalty. 3-2 to Pohang. Fired into the other side. Goalkeeper again guessed right. Credit to Hyun-woo, but the penalty was just too good. Can't afford to miss now. Ulsan Hyundai, the defending champions. Al Hilal awaiting the final in Riyadh on the 23rd of November. And it's the central defender, Kim Ki-hee, that will take this next one. "37 games without a goal in open play. Didn't take a penalty in the shootout against Kawasaki in the round of 16. Here he comes against Lee Jun and fires into the top corner. So with the exception of that opening penalty from Dave Baltis, and how ironic would it be if the man who was a colossus really in defence for the 120 minutes was to be the deciding factor in the shootout. So we are up to the fourth penalty for Pohang Steelers. Chon Min Wang is next up. Hyun-woo's guessed right every time so far. Can he make a save to get his side back into the shootout? If Pohang stalls when we're at a sudden death scenario. Here he comes. Oh, sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. Coolly done. It's 4-3. Ulsan Hyundai have to score. Otherwise, they are heading out at the semi-final stage. It's the 2009 winners that have got the edge in the shootout at the moment. So it is effectively sudden death. Pohang Steelers lead. They trailed for much of the second half before that equaliser from Alex Grant took them into extra time. And Kim Ji-dong can only look on. Hyun-woo with the penalty and sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. So the shootout is still alive just. If Pohang score this next one, they are through to the final. If they miss, then we're going to sudden death. You can feel the tension, you can see the tension on the players' faces. Hyun-woo has had some good efforts, and it's the captain, a man who had such a good game, Kang Sang-woo. This to put Pohang Steelers into the AFC Champions League final. Hyun-woo stands in his way. Once again, the goalkeeper just making the takeaway while he gets himself ready on his line. One or two on the bench, can't look. Kang Sang-woo looks quite calm and composed. The whistle's gone. Here comes the Pohang Steelers captain to put his side into the final! Keeper gets right, but there's too much on the penalty. And Pohang Steelers will take on Al Hilal in November. And from trailing in that second half, that goal from Alex Grant that levelled things up, they've held their nerve in the penalty shootout to take it 5-4. There'll be no defending title for Ulsan Hyundai this year. It is the 2009 winners, Pohang Steelers, that are into the final. Dramatic penalty shootout here in Jeonju. Delight for Kim Ji-dong's side. Well, they didn't come here as a form team from the group. They could only finish second behind Nagoya Grampus, but they've turned it on when it mattered. Beat Cerezo Osaka, beat Nagoya Grampus again in the quarter-finals, and now they've seen off the fellow Koreans, Ulsan Hyundai. It was a great penalty from Kang Sang-woo, fired into the corner. You've got to feel for the goalkeeper, who guessed right 4 out of 5 times. Tremendous celebrations. It was the miss from Dave Baltis, the very first penalty in the shootout that turned out to be the deciding factor. But Alex Grant, whose equaliser got us to this stage, will have another chance to impress in the final in a month's time in Riyadh, in front of what will be a partisan home crowd, you would feel, but Pohang won't care. They're in the final. Ulsan will go now and try and consolidate their position as they head into the final league section. But they will celebrate, and rightly so. It's been a long campaign, it's been a strange campaign. We've finally got fans back into the stadium for the matches. And Kim Ji-dong, a man with over 500 league appearances to his name, the coach, can celebrate getting his side to a Champions League final. Dramatic night here in Jeonju. And those fans, I'm sure, will celebrate and sing long and hard and look forward to the final. It finished Ulsan Hyundai 1, Pohang Steelers 1 after extra time. Pohang Steelers win it 5-4 in the penalty shootout.